Throwback Thursday, although this isn't a thing you'd be throwing because it's got a fair bit of heft to it. Say hello to the joystick. This is a Microsoft Sidewinder joystick. Remember those? Well, I should hope so. And if not, well, it's Throwback Thursday, so that's the whole point. It's Microsoft Sidewinder joystick. These were very popular in the 90s because they were a good, solid choice for your joysticking. If you wanted to play some, say, Microsoft Flight Simulator, or maybe a bit of Starlancer, or Free Space, or trying to think of anything else you might play with a joystick. That's kind of it, really. Things where you fly around and you need a joystick with which to fly around in. This would be a good choice for many. But the reason why this is so heavy and why it's got a gigantic chunk on it, because if I were to look at my other Sidewinder joysticks, they would not have this gigantic chunk on them. Well, this is a Sidewinder force feedback. Note, the joystick, while it's not plugged in and not switched on, the joystick will not automatically centre like most joysticks do. Case in point, here's a sort of joystick. Imagine if that didn't auto-centre, it'd be bad news. But this one don't. The reason is, when you turn it on, well, it does auto-centre because the thing with the force feedback joystick is that it fights back. It's not like I thought. You see, my impression, before I truly understood what force feedback was, is that it was essentially just rumble. The joystick would vibrate, and that would be force feedback. I assumed that all controllers had force feedback because they all vibrate. I have played Daytona USA, the arcade version, the cabinet. I have played the hydraulic outrun, and I have played with force feedback joysticks, not allowed to be taken out of context, and they do not mess around. If you're, for example, piloting your I can't remember what the fighters were called in Free Space now. If you're piloting your fabulous spaceship and somebody smashes into the side of you with reckless abandon, well, you might be nicely flying around. You might have a joystick in that position. The joystick's gonna go, and it's gonna proper like fight against you. If you're piloting a plane, if you're piloting a Boeing 747 and you decide to do you decide you're going to be an air show, or in an air show, I suppose. You can't be an air show, I don't think. Yeah, this joystick's going to have something to say about it. It doesn't mess around. That's the long and short of it. So much so that, well, here's the thing. I haven't actually tested this out yet, unfortunately. It was a gift from friend Simmons, and he couldn't get it to work because it has a serial input. So you plug that end into your Windows 98 computer or similar, and you can play with your joystick. Haven't tested it out yet, but because I haven't fired the machine up, because it's so loud that I don't really want to unless I need to at the moment anyway. But not only that, well, you might be surprised to see this from a joystick, but the thing is, you do kind of have to plug it into the wall as well, because it's not just a control device, it is fighting back against you. So, to that end, this is one of the heavier power bricks that I've come across. It feels like it's made of dark matter. It's so heavy, and the stick is so heavy. In fact, it might even be heavier than the whole stick. Yeah. So that's force feedback joysticks. They still exist. They're still around. They cost a lot of money. That's another thing that I have kind of taught me what force feedback is. I have a Logitech steering wheel which uses force feedback. And yeah, that's a bit of a beast as well. You're driving around and you ram into a wall and suddenly your arms are all broken. It happens. Anyway, that's not the fault of the wheel, I suppose. yes, that's my Sidewinder joystick. I'll have to try and demonstrate it when I plug it into a computer, and maybe I can make a video about it. How fun would that be, eh? Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.